Baldo goes to my church, and Robin goes to our church also, so we had a church men's group, right? So we shared about friendship, all right? And I really it really made me think. So I wanna kind of share with you guys and help you guys think about it a little bit. So we talk about friendship, right? We had a question around your best friend. For me, I thought about that. Because my best friend changes over my lifespan. When I was in high school, it's this person, right? But now, I think I have to say, I kind of shifted, right? Some of you guys may have best friend that's been like best friend ever since you were like kids, right? But sometimes hey, relationships, they grow close, they grow distant, right? Friendship, it talks about there's 4 levels of friendship, right? There's acquaintances, those are kind of like, maybe this season, we start as acquaintances, right? Now I know his name is Q, right? I don't know that much more about him yet, okay? I know he's got a good slogan, right? So we're like acquaintances. Then there's casual friends, okay? And I think throughout the league, over time, we go from acquaintance to casual friends, right? And casual friends a lot of times can be coworkers, guys we see at work a lot. We kind of know a little bit about what he or she does, what they like, right? But we don't know maybe that much more. Then there's the close friends, right? Those are friends that you can share some deep thoughts. You can share kind of like your wins and defeats, all right? So I consider Augie to be a close friend, Calvin to be a close friend. And then the last level is what they call intimate friends. Those are friends that you can be exactly who you are. You can kind of throw a temper tantrum, you can have arguments, but you can still come back. I think a lot of times it could be maybe a wife or a spouse or a significant other. But for me, when I think about it, it's like, I think it's hard for me to say I have a lot of intimate friends. I don't know, other than maybe my wife and a friend from way back in the day. I've known Augie many years now, and I have to say, I see him as a friend and a mentor. And I think we can talk a lot about things, but I would say, I don't know we're totally there from a close friend to a group, okay? The reason why I want to share this with you is, we kind of go through life a lot of times, just relationships come and go, and maybe we don't spend a lot of time thinking about our friendships, right? Maybe we don't spend a lot of time even putting time into it. And over time, for me, when I look back, it's like, I let some good friendships kind of drift far, or drift more distant. Can we be more intentional? Right? Can we be able to put more time, invest more time into it? So I want to share a friendship story with you, right? So 55 years ago, right? So we had a civil rights march. If you guys remember your history books, Martin Luther King Jr., right? He brought all these people marching at Washington, D.C. It was probably the biggest march in our nation's history, okay? It was termed the Civil Rights March, but at that time it was actually called the Jobs and Freedom March, all right? So anybody remember what was the famous speech he had? Have a dream, right? And I think that's one of those speeches I'll go down with maybe the Gettysburg Address as one of the top 2 or 3, okay? But it's interesting. That speech would not be the speech it was if it was not for a friend. Let me tell you the background. So, his I Have a Dream speech was kind of framed a while back. So that wasn't really the first time he talked about it, right? But then MLK, MLK, he's got staffers, right? They were like, we really shouldn't go with that speech. We're gonna craft a new speech for you. And they created a new one called Normalcy Never Again. It's okay. But it's not. I Have a Dream, right? So on the day of the march, he's the last speaker on that day, right? So he went up there, okay, and he started his speech, and somewhere in that middle, all right, he shifted gears. Okay, so I want to invite you guys, when you have a chance, go back and listen to YouTube on his speech. I would say the first part. It's good, but it's like, very okay, I wouldn't say it's like a great speech. And then at some point, there's an inflection point, and he got into his kind of preaching mode. He's a preacher, right? And from that point on, when he said, I have a dream, that was a turning point for that speech also. And that turning point happened because he had a good friend. Her name is Mahalia Jackson. Anybody know her? Right. What did she do? She was a singer, right? Yeah, she was like a gospel singer. And she passed away now, but she was famous back then, okay? So she was sitting close, right up on the stage, all right? And then from, when she saw like, okay, MLK was, making that speech, it's like, yeah. And then she started shouting behind him. He goes, tell them about the dream, Martin. Tell them about the dream. Yeah. So a lot of historians believe it's with her encouragement that, MLK, he's like, I'm not going to go with the script in front of me. I'm going to just shift gears. I'm going to go with what I know, my passion. I'm going to talk about the stream that I have, right? And the rest is history. It's amazing, right? MLK obviously is one of the most famous persons in our history. But without Mahalia Jackson, without a friend by him, I don't know if he would have shifted his gear in the middle of that speech. I don't know if he would have that encouragement to say, the heck with the prearranged script, I'm going to just go with my heart. So, as a friend, I want to really ask you guys, what kind of friend can you be? What kind of friend can I be, right? Can you be intentional in your friendship? If you think about, the friendships that you have, all right, so, can you shift gears and say, hey, some of my friends, I think they're casual friends, but I really want to get to know him or her. How can I shift and make that relationship be closer? Okay? In the Bible, right? Jesus, when he was here, he says, there's a new command that I give you. Love one another, right? As I have loved you, so you must love one another. Right? And his friendship was really showing the sacrifice that he gave, and ultimately, he sacrificed himself for us. So I just want to encourage you guys. It's it's Black History Month, right? February. That's why I was like, okay, how can I kind of link a little bit of our Black history, our culture? We have quite a few players in here that have that background to the message that we have. And I was like, okay, Mahalia Jackson, Dr. King, they got a great friendship. Right? So maybe at the end of tonight or throughout this weekend, think about the friendships you have in your life. Right? There's some friendships maybe it's like, hey, it's not even worth for me to maintain. That's fine. Let those go. But then there's some friendships like, he used to be my best friend. We really haven't kept in touch. Gotcha. I guess okay. Let me pray first. Dear God, we just thank you, Lord, for just putting this all together. We're thankful that you put friends in us. Throughout all of our lives, we have good friends, acquaintances, casual friends, really close friends. Hopefully, we all have a few that we can call intimate friends, friends that will go to the hill for us, friends that will do anything for us. And Lord, help us to think about how we can be a better friend. What kind of sacrifices can we do instead of asking what other people can do for us. And Lord, we just thank you, Lord, for the example that we have in our Black History Month and our culture. We're also really just thankful for the sacrifice that you've shown us when we were here. The love that you've shown us, and teach us to love one another as we can. We just thank you, Lord, and put tonight into your hands, put all the guys into your hands, and hopefully throughout the season, we'll go from acquaintances to close friends to casual friends, as we get deeper and deeper. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.